محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم.
ഹലോ, പറഞ്ഞു. ഞാൻ എനിക്ക് കാണാം. ഇല്ല ഞാൻ പുള്ളിയുടെ അടുത്ത് പറഞ്ഞായിരുന്നു. പുള്ളി കുറച്ചുകൂടെ എല്ലാവരും വന്നിട്ട് സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്യാമെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു പുള്ളി. ഓക്കെ, ശരി. ഇല്ല, ഞാൻ സംസാരിച്ചായിരുന്നു ഇടയ്ക്ക് ഇതിനകത്ത് തന്നെ പുള്ളിയുടെ അടുത്ത് പറഞ്ഞായിരുന്നു ഞാൻ. ഓക്കെ ശരി ഓക്കെ.
Well, only 7 participants are here. No more participants. Only 7 have logged in.
So this is Martin here. Hi.
Yes.
So I think we'll start. I think they'll join.
Okay. There are now. I was wondering why only 7 participants. Let them join.
Yeah, we'll start, sir. Thank you.
So, good afternoon to everyone. I understand that you are the teachers of recognized unaided schools. Am I right? May somebody please respond? Can you hear me?
So you're audible, sir.
Okay. Yeah, okay. You may just, if not audio response, you can just give me a message on screen.
Sure.
So I expect responses from you. Okay. That is how we can go on. Okay. Well, all of you know that we are, or the whole human species, is going through a very critical situation on Earth. All of you know why and what is going on in the world. I don't need to explain all that things because we have only 1 hour session for discussing a unit, discussing the theme of the unit and discussing the various process of the unit, and we have only 1 hour, so that all we know why we are sitting at home and why we are adopting to online courses like this, online devices like this and all. Okay. So taking that for granted, let us hope for the best. We hope that things will be all right in the near future. This time also will pass. There will be always a silver lining in any cloud. Okay. Let's hope for the best. So straight away, we will get into business. My name is Valsarajan, and I am from Kannur district. I am a retired teacher. I was a teacher trainer as well, BRC trainer as well. And I have participated in textbooks workshop also at the UP level. Now I am doing online classes to some institutions here. Well, it is only to introduce myself. I would like to say like that, and I'm not asking your whereabouts and all because it will take a long time. Well, if we get an opportunity in future, we will meet. We hope to meet and talk. Let's hope for that. Okay. Can you unmute your videos so that I can see your faces? Is it not possible to unmute your videos? Do you hear me? I don't know why you are not responding. See, this is, don't take it so formally. This is a very informal session. You can ask or communicate in any way you like. No problem. This is
so could you hear us?
Yeah.
Yes. The video is open.
Okay. I can see you. Okay. Divya. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. If I get the faces of all of you, that will be a better. That will give me a rapport. Okay, with you. That is why. Okay. See, I tell you, this is a very informal session. Okay. Don't need to take it so formally. This is a very informal session, and take it that way. Okay. Right. Try all of you to switch on your videos. That would be better, I think.
Sir, can you see me?
Yeah. Okay. Mr. Money.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. Where are you from?
I am from Kasaragod.
Kasaragod. Okay. Kasaragod. Yes, I am in from your nearby district, Kandur. Okay.
But yes.
Okay, we are neighbors. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, I was telling this is a very informal session. We have only 1 hour to discuss one unit. Okay. So that is all, and we shall get into what we shall get into our business. So we are discussing 7th standard English. Okay. 7th standard English. And we are supposed to discuss the first 2 units in 2 days. Okay. Well, all of you know that know the basic premises on which these textbooks are developed. The UP level textbooks are developed. What are the basic principles what the textbook writers or the curriculum committee have adopted in developing the textbooks? First of all, these textbooks are based or developed based on the constructivist principle. I hope you know that. I hope you have an idea about it. What is this constructivist principle? Yes? Do you have an idea? Please respond. Do you have any idea about? So this is only a way of interaction. You can tell me frankly, whatever you have an idea. Maybe sometimes perhaps you may have a better idea than me. Okay. Well, I think that you are not responding, so that may need a short description about that. Constructivism. The basic principle of constructivism is that the learner is able to construct knowledge. The learner is able to construct knowledge on his own, provided he is given ample environment and ample inputs on any subject. So that is the basic principle of constructivism. The learner is able to construct his knowledge. Whatever be the subject, he is able to construct his knowledge. So it is on this principle that constructivism, it is on this basic principle that this constructivist paradigm is built in the UP classes. Not only in the UP classes, in all higher secondary school classes. Okay. This is one thing. Another thing is language learning up to the class of 7th standard is in the acquisition mode. It is not conscious learning. Acquisition is a natural process. Acquisition is a natural process. It is a biological process, organic process. It is assumed that a child is even in a newborn child is endowed with the ability to learn language on his own. Language is considered as a biological property. So it is with this assumption that we say that it is in the acquisition mode. It is only through a natural process generating the thoughts of the learners that you can facilitate language learning or knowledge of language in a child. That is the one of the basic assumptions about acquisition. Acquisition is a natural process that should happen naturally, that should happen non-consciously, that should happen biologically in the child. It should happen biologically in the child. Okay. So this is the mode language learning take place in the UFI class. So it is the textbooks also, the textbooks and the processes to transact this textbook in the class also is designed in such a manner that all the activities, all the process are to be natural. Natural, when we say natural, what do you mean? When we say natural, that the learner should be able to take up the learning process on his own. And if for the learner to take up the learning process for his own, there should be a need for the learner. There should be a need for the learner. There should be genuine reason for the learner, so that whatever activities you do in the classroom, whatever activities you do in the classroom should generate the thinking process of the learners. So these are some certain basic principles. Another basic principles we should remember is that the pedagogy, that means the process of teaching learning we adopt in the class is discourse oriented. See, I am telling you certain very basic principles about language learning. That is discourse oriented. Language, that is considered a set of discourses. Language exists only in discourses. I hope you can listen, hear me. Okay.
So can you just mute all the
Well, better.
So can you just mute all the participants from your
Better
side?
you mute your audios, please. I have a request to the participants. You just mute your audios, and when you feel like responding, you just unmute. You can unmute your audio when you feel like responding, no problem. But for the time being, just mute it, please. And if at all you want to interact with me or tell me or need to ask me something, please unmute your audio and ask me, okay? Well, I was telling you about the discourse-oriented pedagogy. Okay, language, it is, we assume that it is not just an assumption, that is the fact. Language exists only in discourses. It is not in isolated words or it is not in isolated sentences that meaningful language exists. Meaningful language exists only in discourses. So that we give discourse level inputs to the learners. And that also comprehensible discourses for the learners. We lift discourse inputs to learners, and we also expect what outputs as discourses. This is the basic process we are expected to do in the classroom. We give discourse inputs, and that is what the textbook is. Not only textbook, some other inputs also are there. We will discuss it later on. In textbooks, what you are given are inputs. stories, poems, one-act plays, and all. All these are inputs. And these inputs are not to be given to the learners very mechanically and passively, but in an organic way, in a very interesting way that we shall discuss later on. So we are giving inputs in the form of, now in 7th standard, we are giving inputs in the form of children's literature. Children's literature. Okay, famous words written by famous writers. For example, Ruskin Bond, R.K. Narayan, William Blake, all are what great authors. And they have written what works, stories and poems for children. And these are the things that we are giving the learners as inputs. And we are asking the learners also to respond in the form of output discourses. And that is why we are asking them to write what letters or narratives or diaries, okay, etc. Okay, so this is the basic process that we follow in the classes. Okay, that's what I want to tell you as an introduction. So let us come to now unit. Come to the unit, because this is what you are you need to discuss. I think how to process a unit in the classroom. Am I right? This is what you expect from me. You want to know how to process a unit in the classroom. Am I right, Ms. Sarita?
Yes, sir, you're right.
Okay, that's it. Okay, if at all you have any doubts and if you want to know anything about the unit, you can ask me. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, because we are doing this online. We are not in the live classroom, so that there are limitations. But I don't know whether you are satisfied with my discussion, so that you can respond. You can ask me whatever you want. Okay. So let us come to the first unit. The first unit. I hope you have gone through the textbook, haven't you, Mr. Akhil?
Yes, sir.
You have gone through the unit, I suppose, and so you have an idea about the unit. Okay, the first unit is Nature's Plenty. Nature's Plenty. And from this title, I hope you can guess the theme of the unit. Can you? Can you guess the theme of the unit? Biji Bernard? Can you guess the theme of the unit? So remember, each unit have a theme. Okay, and that theme is not only just giving theme, that theme could be an issue that human faces right now. Okay, issue may not be stated what deliberately there, overtly there, but that raises an issue. The theme raises an issue. It is in such a way that the theme is given. Can you guess the theme of? So when we say nature's plenty, we understand that it is about nature. Okay, nature itself is has become an issue for human. You all know that. Okay, nature's plenty. That is the title of the unit. So it is the theme of the unit is man and nature, and the need for protecting nature. Okay, the need for protecting nature, and the bond of man with nature, human being and nature. You can explain, you can analyze the theme like that. Okay. And we have three write-ups, three writings in that unit. One is story written by Ruskin Bond, How Far is the River? Second one is a poem written by William Blake, The Echoing Green. And the third one is another story written by R.K. Narayan, A Snake in the Grass. Okay, these are the three things. Okay. Now let us come to the textbook and let us see how we will process this unit, the first unit in the classroom. Okay. 1 minute, let me. Nature's Plenty. Do you have the textbook with you? If you have the textbook with you, you may take the opening page of Nature's Plenty. Page 7. Can you see that? Okay. I hope that you are. If you have, you may focus on that. If you don't have, please hear me. Nature's Plenty, and there is a picture there. And in that picture, there is a tree, some deer, and there is a small river, and all. It's a valley. It's a beautiful picture, and that shows us the richness of nature. Okay. How will you process this in the classroom? Draw the attention of the learners to this picture, first of all, and ask them, what do you see about in the picture? Interact with them on the picture. Interact with the learners on the picture. Okay. And that interaction, and now, this interaction is a very important input that the learner gets. You are listening, so the learners are listening from you or listening to you, talking. And that they are going to be models for the learners, or they are going to be inputs for the learners. So when you frame interaction questions, you should take care that these questions should be understandable, comprehensible for the learners, and that should cater also all kinds of learners in the class. For example, there will be your class will be a heterogeneous class. There will be above average children, there will be average children, there will be below average children, that and also this explanation, this terming is not so right a terming. Okay, this terminology is not so right one. There are no above average, there are no below average, there are no average. There are children only, but they have different level of ability. That is how we should approach the children in our classes. Okay, so what I mean is your interaction questions should cater to all the learners. If some of the learners do not understand your interaction questions, you should modify the questions in a simpler way, understandable for the low proficient learners as well. I'm saying this because these are not mere interaction. These are called teacher talks. Teacher talks. This is one of the very significant features of second language pedagogy. That is English language pedagogy. Teacher talk. Whatever you talk with the learner is teacher talk. And the interaction questions you ask are part of teacher talk. Okay, so that is very important. So draw the attention of the learners to this picture and and ask interaction question. For example, what do you see in the picture? Okay, and what are the things you see in the picture? And do these animals disturb the harmony of nature? What do they do in there, etc.? And there is a line written in the page. Okay, look deep into nature, and then you will understand everything better. Look deep into nature, and then you will understand everything better. That is a quote from of Albert Einstein. Okay, Albert Einstein, and you can ask the learners to read those the quote and respond on it. Let the learners respond first. Then you can add your ideas also to that. Okay, I hope you get it. All the processes, all the activities in the classes are supposed to be learner-centered. First of all, you should give the opportunity to the learners to respond. Then after that, you can supplement with your ideas. You can enrich the learners with your ideas, enrich the learners with your explanations and all. Okay, here also, you are supposed to do like that. And another thing is that we are all going online these days, and we have, I don't think that we will, especially little children, small children, will be able to go to school in the near future. So we are doing the class online. So using digital materials is a very important thing as far as online classes are concerned. Not only online classes, one of the basic principles the upper primary class textbooks are developed is ICT integrated materials. Okay, wherever you get slots for information and communication technology slots, you are supposed to use. Okay, for example, to introduce this unit, you may show a video. Okay, I will share a video with you. Okay, I'm sharing a video with you. Just listen, see the video. Well, did you watch the video?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir.
What is your impression on the video? Okay.
So,
If you show the okay, come on.
so I show the beauty of our land.
Beauty of nature. Yeah.
Yes.
This video reveals the beauty of nature and what no creatures. Did any creature disturb the harmony of nature? Did any creature? You have watched birds and the cat there and the hen and cocks. Okay. Do any of these creatures disturb the harmony of nature?
No, sir.
No.
No,
No.
sir.
No. We can say
No.
that they are living in harmony with nature. They never disturb the harmony of nature. They live in harmony with nature. But suppose, what will be the case of man?
It disturbs the nature.
Disturbs the nature. He's very often he's upsetting the harmony. He is disturbing the nature, damaging it, and we are getting the backlashes. And even this thing, even the present scenario that we are sitting at home, we can't go out, we are scared. All these backlashes are because of the man's unruly interventions in nature. So what I'm telling you is that showing this video, you can have an interaction with learners. Okay. Like this, you can have an interaction with learners and you can ask the learners all these questions and also problematize the relation between humans and nature. Okay, you can present that as an issue. Okay, that is, you can begin this unit like this. You need not take the same video. This is only for example that I showed you. You may get better videos. If you get better videos, you can show that. So what I'm telling you is that it is better to use digital materials as possible as you can. Okay, right. After that, then before what processing the unit, what you should know about the unit is the theme of the unit I told you. Another one is the learning outcomes. See, each unit has a set of defined learning outcomes. That is how the textbooks are developed. Learning outcomes. For example, for this unit, the learning outcomes are the learner will be able to analyze and interpret pictures, read and analyze stories and poems, improve upon their reading and find specific information, guess the meaning of words, making use of the context. Okay, do you have these learning outcomes with you? Do you have these learning outcomes from anywhere? Please, somebody respond. It is not in the textbook anyway. In the 7th standard textbook, it is not there. But did you get it from anywhere? No.
No, sir.
No, I will share this. I will share a screen of that. Let me. Okay, 1 minute. Can you see this?
Yes, sir.
This is the unit frame. Unit frame. You may, if you want, you can take a screenshot of it. Okay.
But actually, sir, KRSM is poster only we can see.
Yes. KRSMA, you have to get the permission of KRSMA.
Okay.
Okay. No, if you want, you can take an image or you can just have a look at it. See, this is the unit frame.
No, sir, we can't say anything except the KRSMA that poster.
Okay. You just have a look at it. Okay. These are the things. Themes, concepts, ideas. Yeah.
We can see only the poster of KRSMA UX. We couldn't see anything more.
You can't see the screen?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Wait. 1 minute. 1 minute. One minute. Okay, 1 minute, 1 minute. Now, can you see the screen now?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, this is the unit frame. Okay, unit frame. In one column, themes, concept, ideas. The second one, process and strategies you can adopt. You have to adopt in the classroom. And in the third one, learning outcomes. Okay. Well, I'm not going to discuss in detail because we won't get that much time for that. Okay. You will take a short screenshot of it if it is possible, or else we shall discuss when we go through the unit. Okay. Well, let's come back. Okay. Now, okay, this is the first. Before going to the lesson, the first story, there is a small entry activity. That is an entry activity. Okay, there is a newspaper report, Nature's Daughter. Here also, you can show a video. Let me show you very quickly that video. Okay. Look at this video.
My name is Sonam, and I live in a small village in Jharkhand. People here know me as Suryamani's younger sister. Everyone in our village loves Suryamani. They tell me I should grow up to be like her. This is my sister Suryamani. Suryamani is an environmental activist. This is her husband, Vijay.
तो लोग तुमसे मिलने आया अभी क्या समस्या है
क्या हुआ? Jeevan uncle and his friends have come to see Suryamani because their land is being taken away.
लोग सोचते हैं कि जंगल सरकार का है लेकिन सूर्यमणि ने लोगों को समझाया है कि जंगल उन्हीं का है और जंगल बचाओ आंदोलन का काम सूर्यमणि ने खुद शुरू किया है
Suryamani tells them not to worry. After all, our people have been living in these forests for thousands of years, but we don't have papers to prove it. Suryamani helps villagers to register land in their names. She tells us that you have to be educated to understand your rights. Suryamani started the Toran Center to help our people keep our tribal culture alive.
भाषा बचेगा, संस्कृति बचेगा, अपनी पहचान बचेगा, तब हम बचेंगे। और ये सारा कुछ जंगल के साथ हमारा रिश्ता जुड़ा हुआ है।
Suryamani earns a salary to run her household. She loves traveling to new places. She has visited many countries, Malaysia, Pakistan, and many more. When Suryamani was young, we were very poor. Our father lost his land. We didn't have enough food to eat. We didn't have money to pay the school fees. So Suryamani stopped going to school. But one day, her teachers came to our house and took her to study in a hostel. She didn't have to pay her fees. When Suryamani was in college, she started working for Save the Forest movement. Vijay, her friend, used to travel with her. People were not happy about this.
लड़की की सही जगह तो घर पर है बाहर क्यों घूमती
ऐसी लड़की से कौन शादी करेगा?
Our father didn't want Suryamani to travel or work. One day, when she fell ill, no one in the family took care of her. Vijay came and took her to the hospital. Everyone thought Vijay would propose, but it was Suryamani who asked Vijay to marry her. Every Sunday, children come from far away to walk with her in the forest and learn about all the plants and the trees.
इस पौधे का नाम है ईश्वर मूल जब ये लता होता है और पूरा वो पेड़ में दिखता हुआ जहाँ पे सांप काट दिया अच्छा महुआ कौन देखा
Suryamani tells children that we should study in school and we should also study in the forest. We should save our forests if we want to save ourselves. All little girls and little boys want to become like Suryamani. I too want to become like her. She says I can, if I go to school. You too can be a girl star.
Okay. You watched the video. How do you feel that video? Is it impressive?
Yes, sir. Impressive.
Okay. See, this you can use in the classroom or online classes and even in the schools as well, because after showing this video, there is a newspaper cutting in the textbook, Nature's Daughter. After that, the learners may read this newspaper. Then this report, it will be very much comprehensible for them. They'll be very much interested to read this newspaper report if you show this video. And then you may interact with the learners on this video on the role Suryamani is doing to protect nature, and also on her role to give her learners the message, the need to protect nature. So all this can be possible with single video. I'm telling you, we should try to use all the possibilities of ICT materials, especially in online classes, not only in the online classes, in real classroom situation as well. Now, the first writing in this unit is how far is the river? After that, you can come to this story. How far is the river? Okay. Well, I told you that interaction is a very important input that you are giving to your learners. See, scientifically, what we call this, the approach we follow in UP classes is cognitive interactionist approach. This is what we call about the approach that we adopt in primary classes, cognitive interactionist approach. See, cognitive because interaction should what trigger the thoughts of the learner. Your interaction will generate or trigger the thoughts of the learners. When the thoughts of the learners are live, they will be able to think on their own. They will be able to develop language on their own. That is the principle. So forget about all these scientific terms and all. You just think about this. You just interact with the learners. You interact, first of all, you may interact on the title of the story. How far is the river? Maybe the possible interaction on this title is, what do you understand from the theme of the story? What could be the theme of the story? What could be the events that you may see in the story? These are possible interactions. What could be the events in the story? What could be the theme of the story? These are possible interactions. And after that interaction, you may draw the attention of the learners to the writer of the story, Ruskin Bond. There is a short profile given at the end of the story. You may ask the learner to go through the profile, and also you may interact on that. You may raise some questions. Okay, where was Ruskin Bond born? Which are the notable works, which notable stories, which are the awards he got? You may raise some questions like that. Okay. After that, there is a picture in that page. In that page, there is a picture. It is rich with greenery. And a boy is there. The boy is walking alone. Okay. And you may ask the learner, where is this boy going? Where is this boy going? Only for the learners to guess and think about it. Okay. The answers may not be specific. Okay. Answers may not be specific, but let them think and respond. Think and respond. Remember, try to please unmute your audios. Try to please unmute your audios. Okay. Then try to trigger the thoughts of the learners and also ask them to respond. Okay. Now it's almost time for us, and some part of it we will discuss tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow we'll get time to discuss both the units. Okay. See, this is a story written by Ruskin Bond. See, the story, how will you process the story? I'm telling you how you're supposed to process the story in the classroom, in the learners. Okay. First of all, you ask the learners, after the interaction, ask the learners to read silently 2 or 3 paragraphs, the first 3 paragraphs. It may not be always 3 paragraphs. You may divide you may stop or you may find a meaningful space or meaningful break in the story and ask the learners to read up to that. For example, let them read the first 3 paragraphs silently. And after the learners read the paragraphs silently, ask the learners, interact with the learners on these parts of the story. For example, a few interaction questions are given in the margin. For example, what prevented the boy from seeing the river? For example, see, you know the theme of the story. We are not going through the story anyway. This story tells us how a boy explores nature. See, the boy wants to see a river which is a little far away, and he can sense the river. It is there. It is just beyond a small valley, and the boy wants to see the river, and the boy is traveling to the river all alone with a strong desire to see the river. This is a story. Okay. And in this part, you can interact with the learners on that part of the story. Okay, let the learners respond individually. And after that, if you are in the live classroom, after that, you're supposed to get the learners into groups and then share their ideas they got from the reading, from their individual reading, and let them gather the ideas, and one from the group may present the ideas in the classroom. This is what is supposed to be the reading process. First, individual reading and the teacher's interaction with the learners, whole class interaction with the learners. As I told you, when you interact with the learners, your interaction questions must cater to all levels of learners. Sometimes you may have to modify your learners, making it more comprehensible, understandable for the learners. Well, you interact with the learners. After interacting, you get the learners into groups if it is in the classroom, only in the classroom. Otherwise, it is not possible. Get the learners into groups, and in the groups, they may share their ideas, and one group member may share what they have understood from this part of the story. After that, the teacher is supposed to make a loud reading of that part of the story, and then supplement with the missing ideas, the ideas that the children missed from their reading. You can make a supplement with your ideas, and you may supplement the ideas the learners have missed in their individual and group sharing, individual reading and sharing in the group. Okay, and your loud reading also should be in a comprehensible way. How there should be proper voice modulation, and you should have proper gestures and facial expression. Only optimum gestures, and optimum facial expression, modulation, etc. Okay, so that part of the story, reading process, will be over with that. I hope you get it. And the same process can be repeated in the coming paragraphs, dividing the story into meaningful chunks or meaningful parts. the same process can be done. Well, this is how you are supposed to process a story in the classroom. Okay, I hope you get it. Do you, in this context, do you want to ask me something? Anything you want to ask me? Well, you don't worry. If at all you didn't understand it completely, or you didn't follow it completely, when we discuss the next unit, the next part of this unit and next unit in the tomorrow, it will become more clear. Okay, we will be discussing further on this process. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. You just because the time allowed for me is to up to the 3 o'clock. Okay. That is it. So this is how we process a story. Okay. And we have one poem and a story left in this unit, and also the assessment part. That we will, I hope, can we continue 10 more minutes?
Yes, sir. It's fine for me, sir. I don't know what about others, sir.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So then we
Continue.
shall continue 10 more minutes, because we should conclude somewhere. Okay. So this is how we process the story. Okay. Divide the story into meaningful parts. For that you to plan before. Okay. And that it is for this thing that you are writing teaching manuals. Okay. You are supposed to keep a teaching manual when you take the class. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is for you. You are keeping the teaching manual. Divide the story into meaningful chunks, and you write in your teaching manuals the process, that is individual reading, and what interaction questions you will ask the learners, that is prepare in advance. But always you cannot rely on the pre-prepared questions. You have to ask contextual questions. Okay, you have to develop your interaction according to the responses of the learners. You have to frame live questions. Still, you may plan a few questions on your own and interact with the learners after individual reading. After that, if it is in the classroom, let them have a group reading, a group sharing, not group reading. Actually, they are sharing their ideas they got from their individual reading. And after sharing, one of the group member may present the ideas in the class. That may not be complete. That may be only sometimes 2 or 3 sentences. Don't worry. That may be 2 or 3. Don't expect the learners to present all the ideas in the first reading itself. That will not be possible. Okay. This is a process. Focus on the process rather than a complete understanding of the content. It is not the content understanding, but it is the process which is important. See, learning itself is taken as process. Process-oriented learning. That is what we attempt in the classes, in the learners of these classes. Okay. Then after that, you're reading, your loud reading, and also supplementing with the ideas the learners have missed from their reading. And in the same way, you continue the story, continue to process the whole story, and come to the end of the story like that. Okay. Then here, as I told you, this story is an inputs that we give to the learners.
ഇല്ല 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 എൻ്റെയും
Okay.
അവൻ്റെയും പേരില്ല.
And these inputs are not what mechanically given. These inputs are based on an issue. These inputs are based on themes.
എൻ്റെ എന്ത്
Inputs are based on issue.
കൊടുക്കുന്നത്
And by processing the story, the learner should be able to what understand the richness or comprehend the richness of nature,
ഇപ്പം നമ്മൾ ഞങ്ങളുടെ
the bond between man and nature, the need for not disturbing the harmony of nature, the need for man to live in harmony with nature. All this could be what experienced by the learners. And now is the point to take outputs from the learners in the form of discourses. You should find meaningful slots for developing discourse. For example, the boy while walking alone through nature, walking alone through beautiful places or beautiful path, he meets a girl on the way. I hope that you have read the story. Yes? Yes.
Sir.
Yeah, okay. He meets a girl on the way.
ഹലോ
And you can generate a discourse there. Okay,
Hello.
the boy meets a girl on the way and he's asking, where is the river? How far is the river? He's asking the girl, how far is the river? And you can ask the learners, if there is a conversation between the girl and the boy, what will be that conversation? This is one discourse. Okay. And after that, maybe the boy walks through nature and he reaches the river and see the river. He enjoy the cool water of the river, and he almost, how the story ends is that the boy becomes immersed with nature. The boy becomes one with nature. Okay, so such an experience the boy gets, and the same experience the learners also should get. Okay, and you can even ask the learners to narrate the boy's journey to the river, all in their own words. Okay, the learners can be asked to narrate the boy's journey to the river. This is another discourse. And another one that is possible is the learner, the boy after reaching the river becomes very happy, and he somewhat his dream comes true. Okay, this is one of his dreams. His dream comes true by reaching the river. Suppose he writes the diary of his experience that day. What could be his diary entries? So these are possible discourses that you can generate from the learners. So these are output discourses. You gave the story as input. These are the possible output discourses. Find more meaningful slots in the story to generate discourses. Of course, there are questions, comprehension questions in the margin. Okay, and these questions are interaction questions. And for these questions, learners may respond in writing. And for oral responses, you may frame more questions of your own after individual reading. Okay, these questions also can be given as assignments to learners to write their response in writing. So these are all inputs you can expect from the learners. The answers to these questions and the discourses in the right meaningful slots. That should be meaningful slots, and you can generate discourses as well. Okay. Then after that, a number of activities are there. These activities you can give them, and in these activities also, you should draw the attention of you're supposed to draw the attention of the learners to the need for what doing these activities, not instructions. You may interact with them and build up a context for the activities. See, there are language activities, vocabulary activities, and grammar activities as well. Okay, discourse level activities are there, other language activities are there, vocabulary activities are there. Sometimes certain vocabulary games are given, or theater games also are possible, and dramatization also are possible. A variety of activities are suggested there. Okay, when you give these activities, give these activities in meaningful context. So grammar activities also are presented in context. Grammar in context. That is how grammar is approached. Grammar activities are approached in this textbook. Grammar in context. Need-based grammar. It is not the rules that we focus on. No grammar rules are focused on, but only context. If the learners are placed in such a context, how will he respond? How correctly or how linguistically correct way he will respond? That is what attempted in the grammar activities. Okay, I am not taking each and every activities. We shall take a specific activity in the next one, and we will discuss that. Okay. Well, I'm taking a little more time. We will have a discussion on the poem and the next stories and the rest of the activities tomorrow as well. Okay. We'll continue with the discussion tomorrow. Anyway, do you have any suggestion to me for the things you need to understand?
Sir, may I, sir?
Okay.
Sir, since we are taking classes online, we would like some instructions or tips on how to take online classes, how to deliver these topics effectively online. So can you please give us some suggestions on that, sir?
Well, okay. 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 Let me tell something. If that is not enough, let us discuss more. See, I hope that you are taking online classes using Zoom platform. Yes.
Yes, sir. Actually, we are taking classes. We will send them a video lesson, video class of 45 minutes, and then we will have a follow-up class the next day on Zoom. So in Zoom, we are actually not taking any classes. We're actually clearing their doubts only. So that's the kind of interaction we are having with the.
Okay, right now. Okay. Well, see, there are other things to take up, because these children are following the Kite Victor's classes as well. Yes.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Okay.
Sir.
This is one thing. That is actually a digital classes. Okay.
Yes, sir.
We can't say that they are not online classes. Actually, they are digital. It's only one-way class. Okay.
Oh, okay, sir.
Learners
we are conducting Google Meet classes.
That's fine. You can conduct Google Meet. That is what I am trying to tell you. They're watching that, and it is after that you what maybe on Google platform or Zoom platform, you are taking classes. Yes, am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
Yes,
that
sir.
you may not, you may not go these details in the Google classes. But anyway, in digital classes, in the digital classes, they may not be able to go through a process. Okay.
Okay, sir.
But you are able to go through a process. That is what I am focusing on.
Okay, sir.
Okay. See, when you do the classes, you give focus on process, because this process actually is learning. It is not giving information. It is not giving the content. It is not giving information. But what learning is identified as a process, right? I think you.
Exactly, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. That is it. So when you do the online classes, you focus on process. Okay. That is, for example, let me give you as an example. You ask the learners, for example, they will be online, and ask the learners to read 3 paragraphs silently. You wait for that. Okay.
Okay, sir.
After that, you interact with the learners.
Yes, sir.
Interact, and you will get a chance for understanding how far these learners have understood that part.
Yes, sir.
And without reading the passage, the learners cannot respond.
Exactly, sir.
Okay. If the learners are not responding, you can more or less assume that they are not reading. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Then you can ask the parents as well. See, you should ensure that they are reading before the phone, in the online classes. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now you can ask the parents. Okay, you should ensure the role of the parents also is very important in this online classes, because parents may not be sometimes closely watching the learners. So when you give a task, online task, and ask the learners to read or something like that, when you after that, when you interact, if the learners are not responding, there is every possibility that the learners are not going through reading or such tasks. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Then it is there what you get a chance to interact with the parents and ask the parents to close watchly if they are reading or not. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And at times, not only your loud reading, you can attempt a loud reading of the learners as well.
As well, yes, sir.
How? It need not be always all the learners switch on their audio, unmute their audience, and read all together. Not like that. You may take up a technique. For example, you ask the learners to switch off your audio. Okay.
Okay.
Before switching off, let the parents be there.
Okay,
And
sir.
ask the parents, see, we are asking your ward to read aloud. Please watch it. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Then switching off the audio, let them read aloud in their houses.
Okay, sir.
Okay, that is a technique. These are all online techniques you can use. Okay, let them
Okay,
read loud in their houses, and they won't be so much worried or afraid to read aloud in their own houses.
Exactly, sir.
Okay, maybe sometimes maybe they may not be able to read all the words and all. Then the parents may intervene.
Yes, sir.
Or else, after reading, you may ask, do you have any problem in reading any words or any sentences, you can ask a question like that.
Okay, sir.
Okay, see these kinds of online techniques you can employ. Another thing that that is why I also have done that. Another thing is that you can share videos or digital material or visuals as well.
Okay, sir.
Okay, and it is not enough that you share visuals and not enough that you share videos. You must interact on the video, interact on the visuals, or you must give a small task on the video or visuals. Write something. Okay, write a sentence or
Yes, sir. I get it. I get it, sir.
okay, write a paragraph. Then only you can ensure that they are watching it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so these are the techniques you can employ in online classes, and I'm telling you again, repeating, telling you, emphasizing that focus. You may focus on the process.
Okay, sir. Definitely.
Ensure that the learners are reading individually, doing the task online and offline as well. But there is reading it or doing the task assigned to them as homework. Let them do the homework and post it in your either personal WhatsApp number or your group number.
Yes, sir.
Or you can, if not possible to correct everything, you don't go for corrections at all. Ensure that they are doing, first of all.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and correction has another thing as well. You need not correct overtly. It is not correction. Rather, editing is the process that we do for bettering languages. That we shall discuss later on. So more techniques we shall discuss tomorrow as well. Okay. So
okay,
focusing on process is, and if you have more things to discuss, you just note it down, and we will discuss tomorrow.
Okay, sir.
Okay. The rest of the unit and the next unit we shall discuss tomorrow. And more of the process also we will discuss. Right?
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
If you have more things to ask me, just note it, and we will discuss tomorrow. Okay? Thank you. So this is the time allowed for me. I have exceeded the time. And we are winding up here. Thank you very much.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.